And we are very much live. Welcome to today's big event of Open Qualifiers. So this should be interesting to see. We have Purpose Esports versus Reckoning Esports, and should be an interesting match. Yesterday, Purpose Esports lost their match against Flirting with Danger, which was streamed on the official TEC YouTube channel. The score was around 14-16 on Nuke, and they were just down by 2 points, and 1 point actually, for a tie. But unfortunately, that game was not, that was not able to be pulled off the way that Purpose Esports wanted to. And I have my beautiful co-caster by me, right by my side. Dell.
You know what I'm gonna say.
You're just gonna say hello, and
Hello.
that's how it's always been. All right, so we're gonna start off with the pistol round, and obviously pistol round. I'm sorry, knife round. What am I saying? Again,
I
I'm
don't know.
scattered all over the place, but knife round. Crucial round for both the teams, and this is a really important group stage, as this decides pretty much what team goes where, what team goes into what division, and that is very, very important. I actually forgot to do something, so I'm just gonna reset it all real quick. Should be fine now. All right.
Oh, okay.
I had to fix some things, but now hopefully it is fixed. So, yep, and we are good to go. Had to make sure that some of my settings were fine, convenient for the stream.
Just in case if you missed who won the knife round, it was Purpose Esports.
It was Purpose Esports, yes. Sorry for opening up the settings in that point of time, but either way, Purpose Esports won the knife round, and they will. I hope they choose to go with the CT side, because it will be an upper hand in this map, given that it's Inferno. You do want to go with, definitely want to take up a better, in my opinion at least, have
Considering the loss that they had last time against Flirting with Danger, I don't think that they should risk any more. Like they should make any mistakes in this game. So I guess it will be a good idea if they stay on CT side and hold the side, because we know that these guys are really good at playing on CT side.
Definitely. And
which is what's gonna happen in this round.
so pistol rounds is gonna start right off, and we see Purpose Esports are not gonna invest in. They're barely investing in any utility. One nade, one decoy. Whereas we see Reckoning Esports with 2 smokes, a Molotov, 2 flashes, going very utility heavy, and definitely seems like they're gonna try to make some B or mid execute with that, and they just have 3 armors on their side. Oh, we see Purpose Esports also picking up a nade, smoke, and a flash. 3 people heading on towards B. They're going to try to get some early mid B control, which is going to be very crucial for them. Just lining up the smokes. Utility that is required. As we can see, the players are playing very quickly. Fired up, holding very close angle towards Banana. Knowing that nobody's there. Trace Mac being the sole survivor on site. If he catches fired up in the right moment, and it seems like it's going to definitely be a B hit. 2 players are holding of Purpose Esports. It's all down to these players. Fired up with a beautiful headshot onto Trace Mac, and Z-Fly just completely opens up the site. Now it's a really bad situation for Purpose Esports. Fired up, another beautiful headshot, and 2. Oh my god, Fired Up is just popping off in this round. Takes down Mike and Zappy. Finn had an awkward bit of gunfight going on, but he does take down Fired Up. He does not let Fired Up take any more kills on his end. It is a 1v3 situation, and these guys are going to try to make something happen. They will try to take Finn down. Finn doesn't have a kit on himself. He's got armor, and he gets taken down by Vexy immediately. What a play by Reckoning. They just did a quick B rush, and they just opened up the side completely. Some amazing kills by Fired Up that round, and he got 4 kills there. That's amazing. What do you think about that round, Chadi?
I actually missed a lot of actions that round because my game kind of crashed. I have to reset everything, but I got to catch a lot of action on the last side, but Finn gets to get around for the team, but unfortunately fails. Looks like now there's gonna be a mid push. We see Trist and Fired Up covering Trist from Bridge.
Yep,
Trying to
and
let
the players are just heading into B apps now. They have a bit of apps control, and Purpose Esports have a record of being terrible with pistol rounds, but you never know what can happen with these guys, and they always end up surprising us with some great things. They are very pushed up. Z-Fly has a super aggressive angle in B, and he does get taken down by Fired Up, and Fired Up is just opening up all these opportunities and these frags for his team, and Vexy is holding a CT angle, checks coffins. They're just gonna head into side, and they definitely was zappy with a beautiful headshot and a dink onto Fired Up, but fails to communicate that through Finn and his teammate firing away, and they definitely get him down. Logi is spawning the ball. It's all down to these players, and Logi hits a beautiful headshot onto Trace Mag. A 3v2 situation. Seems a pretty preferable win for Reckoning Esports in my opinion, because they do have they don't have utility on them, but they definitely have the guns, and we see Finn slowly heading in through coffins trying to get a kill, and he definitely does. He takes down Kill Switch. Logi and two players are just cross-fired with each other, and they take down both the players, and it should be an easy breezy round for Reckoning Esports.
If I was there, I would have lost my words as well, because how amazing Reckoning Esports have played around. But it's still not so quick to decide, because Purple Esports, as always, lose the first two eco rounds, the pistol round and the eco round. But when they get the guns in their hands, they really play like a complete beast. And moving on to that, to the scoreboard, we see Reckoning Esports ahead by 2 points, and Purpose Esports yet to open the kills.
I do believe there's an issue with the HUD, which I should get fixed right away. Not sure as to why that hasn't been fixed, but that will be fixed right away, guys. Please give me a second. But Jelly, carry on.
Well, since you're having some difficulty, let me just take over that little place over there. So we can see Trace Mac and Mike Daddy holding on B side, and we can see the rest of the Purpose Esports player trying to keep A control. We can see how Zappy is trying to hold the arch, keeping Finn alone at side, and he spots one player. He tries to take him down, but fails to connect his shot. Fired Up takes down Zappy from arch. Looks like it's gonna be an A push. Trist takes down Finn after Finn kills Kill Switch. Looks like Reckoning Esports will get A side control, and the bomb will be down. The rotation is kind of going slow. Trace Mark and Mike Daddy trying to rotate all the way from banana towards mid. And we can see Fired Up is trying to hunt them down from all the way to CT going towards banana, but they have left banana quite earlier. We see Trace Mag and Mike Daddy doesn't want to take a fight, and they're just gonna hold a crossfire, watching each other's backs, so that they want to save these guns.
And yes, production value 100, but I did get the thing sorted out, and I missed a lot of the round, but I think Jelly cleared that up pretty well, and the third round goes to Reckoning Esports. Now, Purpose Esports is in a pretty sticky situation. They only have 2 M4s on their hand. They have very little economy as well for themselves, so they're kind of in a pickle, I'd like to say so myself. But Purpose Esports is down by... This literally still has not opened up the bag yet, so they're gonna have to make some play happen here really quickly in order to succeed. Let's see how this round turns out. So we see a decent buy on Reckoning Esports. They've built up a bit of economy. Fired Up is just playing very aggressive. Very aggressive plays by Fired Up this round, and the scoreboard is looking as such. He's been making a lot of the potential plays happen with his teammates, and you can see Fired Up getting prepared for his first pick. He flash himself out and tries to get banana control, and that they definitely do. But Little do they know that there are 2 more players holding, and Killswitch gets tagged up by a player holding that angle, that tight angle. Mike Daddy holding B-site with his teammate. Smokes Banana off for any further pushes coming in through. Vexy has that angle, and they definitely will try to make a play happen here towards mid and try to get A, but there are 3 players holding down onto A, so they're gonna have to figure out what to do from here on out. They spot a player down the lane and they try to get him out, but unfortunately can't make that happen. TraceMag is very much aware of the situation that's happening right now. Multiple players running out from CT, multiple frag opportunity for TraceMag, but doesn't connect through. Buff Vexy taking out TraceMag, and Zappy trades up on that. Onto Killswitch. Mike Daddy on Trist. This is working out in the favor of Purpose Esports, but I hope I haven't spoken too soon. I might have. Fired up takes down Mike Daddy. It is a 3v2 situation. Zappy is on low HP. Fired up. Finn is on the flank from Banana, so he can make some potential plays happen over here, and this can be the first round for Purpose Esports to win it through. It can be a very crucial round for them, so they really have to win this to have the next few rounds in their name. But we're gonna see how these players do. There's 2 players holding construction. The time is just going down, and Finn just knows in a beautiful lineup, but he doesn't control it through. Z-Fly and Finn, last 2 players standing. Do they know that the last player, there's no time on the clock, and unfortunately they haven't. They just don't have enough time. They don't have a kit. They can't win this round for them. And Fired Up is firing his gun away, and he gets 2 frags. What a play by Reckoning Esports. What control they had. Unfortunately, due to no kids being there, the round was just not able to get pulled through by Purpose Esports.
I don't really know what Purpose Esports did over there, considering the fact that these guys have watched every corners, but they forgot to check one angle. That was the coffins, but the last T guy was holding it there. I guess it was Fired Up, and there was only one place that you had to check, and these guys missed that spot. And if you just make a small mistake, it's going to cost you a whole round, and that's really unfortunate for Purpose Esports, considering that they have lost 4 rounds against them.
Oh, a beautiful headshot by Killswitch onto Finn. Did not expect that coming in through, but all these players are just popping off with their frags, and Trist already has A bomb side. Got the play in library, takes a 1-on-1 gunfight, gets tagged up pretty heavy, but that is gonna do nothing such right now, and they have the complete A side for themselves. They're gonna get the bomb down, and they're just gonna relax, and this round is pretty much in the name of Reckoning Esports, unless Purpose Esports creates some miracle, something, and they just completely turn the round around. But Fired Up again, firing in mid. He has a multiple frag opportunity with a beautiful shot onto TraceMag. He does communicate, and Z-Fly taking on Trist. Maybe I spoke too soon. It's a 3v3 situation. They do maybe have okay, so they can get some AKs if they wanted to, but I don't think Reckoning Esports is gonna let them do that. And as the timer goes off on the bomb, Reckoning Esports gets 5 rounds in their name, and that's gonna be a pretty hard hit. Mike Daddy shot and gets taken down instantly. I don't think Reckoning is giving them a lot of opportunities here.
I don't know about Reckoning Esports, but I have to tell you this, that sometimes you need to be quite not supportive for certain teams, because you never know what's going to turn out. Because every time, I just noticed this, that every time you try to support one, the opposite happens.
The opposite happens, and definitely let's figure out what they do this round. But excited to see finally a proper buy in Purpose Esports hands, and they're gonna try to. TraceMag is just pushing through with Mike. He's gonna try to make a play happen here for sure. They're trying to get early information. Heavy push towards B, and they're getting tagged up. Loki's just standing in that molly and gets tagged with pretty much 60 HP. Is lost, and a player taking a peek towards Banana. This is Mike had with a beautiful shot. Buff Vexy trading on that and takes down TraceMag. It's a 4v4 situation. Anything can happen in this round, and it seems like Mike has a pretty good advantage over here on B side. It's going to take some time, but let's see what happens in this round. And they're going to push quickly towards A. They are going to get A control pretty much towards A shot. And they have a player waiting for them on site, and they're going to flash out the side. Z-Fly using that off as always. And he with a beautiful flick onto Trist. Another beautiful flick onto Buff Vexy, but Logi stops that train of frags coming through. Zappy is holding site. He's going to wait for the players to come onto side into his aim, and he definitely does that. Takes down Logi. Last player is holding mini pit. Mike Daddy on the rotation. Fired Up. We've seen him do amazing things. Is this going to be the first round on Purpose Esports? And Finn does spot the player in mini pit, and he has the information for his team. Fired Up is all on his own. 1v3 situation for him. Bomb has been dropped on site. Does he know that they're coming in from short? And he expected it, but Mike Daddy thinks way ahead of that. And they get their first round on the board. Now, they still have chances of making it into the Division 1, I believe. And Division 1, the teams that have come into Division 1 are the top teams that are, you know, in the tournament. And if Purpose Esports wants to win this, they're going to have to go all out, because the next 10 rounds has to be in their name. At least 9 rounds until the first half. But let's carry on. So we see a halfish buy on Reckoning Esports, and C5 gets flashed out. Does not giving him a single opportunity to capitalize on this. But my God, he just gets rushed on by Tristan. They have the entire B again. This hold by Mike and Trace is just not working out for them. They just keep getting dominated by these players, and they're just doing Mac 10 rushes. This is just working out like matchmaking at this point. What is going on? Zappy, here's the player. He's gonna spam his AK through, and Fired Up gets a beautiful headshot onto Zappy. Fired Up has that Mac 10. He's gonna still utilize it. He does not care for the AK. He's just performing beautifully with that Mac 10. Z-Fly and Finn. Op and a Mac 10. They're Op and a M4, sorry. They're gonna have to save up on that, because economy seems pretty tight for Purpose Esports. Finn, here's the player, and he definitely takes down Fired Up. He does not let Fired Up fire any more up, you know. And sorry, that was a little cringe. I apologize for that. But these two players are coming up on the flank, and Z-Fly and Finn are just on their own. A few rounds going off by the hands, and Z-Fly with beautiful shots, and Finn as well. They're just going off. They're popping off. But let's see how things go for them this round.
Even the Purpose Esports were not able to win the round, but somehow they got the last 2 kills, which was kind of important for them to get to secure those kills.
Definitely.
Giving a little bit of damage to the teammates, which will force Kill Switch to buy a Mac 10.
Yep. But these guys opened up the entire B bomb site with Mac 10, so you never know. These guys can literally run any gun and open a bomb site, and they're playing very aggressive towards second mid. They're definitely trying to make some magic happen here, and Logi's holding underpart, so Tunnel or Mexico. There's so many names for this particular part in Inferno, in my opinion. But this time Mike and his teammate are choosing not to play very aggressive, and Tris tags up his teammate a tiny bit. Maybe got startled. Zappy has that angle on short with his teammate. This can be a pretty good round if it works out in the favor of Purpose Esports, and it can definitely create a lot of economy for themselves. But as Logi sets up his teammates, then it's going to be a quick push out towards A, and they have opened up the entire site for themselves. Z-Fly only gets 1 kill down, and it's again a 2v4 situation. What is going on?
This kind of reminds me of the 3rd round or 4th round where Mike Daddy and Trace Mac were stuck in the B side. And they had to just save their guns at Banana. Looks like it's going to be the same case again. They're going to hold back up and save those guns. Because, like I said, Kill Switch has only Mac 10, and like you said, that they can get entire side control with a Mac 10, which was true in this pack as well. They got entire A side control with Mac 10 itself, which is really amazing coming in from Reckoning Esports, and they're gonna get this round to their name. Trace Mac and Mike Daddy saving the guns for them.
Yeah, at this point they really need to save up whatever economy they can, because these rounds are just flying by for Reckoning Esports, and it's a CT-sided map. What is Purpose Esports doing?
No idea, but I hope that they will step up their games, because we know Purpose Esports gives a lot of round before coming to the peak performance and showing up to their best. So I'm still waiting for that peak performance to come in.
And Fired Up is definitely firing up. He takes down Z-Fly instantly. Trist is going to start heading in towards, tags up Zappy. a decent amount, but Zappy has a FAMAS, and you never know what he can make happen through here. But these guys are going to push through that smoke, and Logi assisting his teammates as always. Finn, a player that can always make beautiful things happen. 2 players are holding onto A site. 3 now. TreeSmack is on that rotation, and these guys are going to play a bit slow. They're going to hold down onto their horses, and they're going to wait for something, for some play to just happen. They're waiting for Purpose Esports to push them or make some mistake. The bomb is still in mid, so if they wanted to, they could make a play and try to push somewhere else off. But anything can happen in this round, so let's see how things go about. Trist, they smoke off Arches and Library for themselves. So Finn is in mini pit, and he has to do this on his own. And beautiful crossfire, but kill switch takes down Finn. It's all down to Zappy on site. He's holding site, and he spots a player taking down kill switch, and another player is down. Beautiful round by Purpose Esports. What a hold.
I will say that it's a Reckoning Esports fault over there because they smoked the library quite not correctly, which left a little bit of spot for Finn or TreeSmack. And there was, I don't really remember who was that.
I believe it was TreeSmack, but yeah.
Okay, so TreeSmack got like a really tiny window that killed the entire push, and he takes down 2 kills over there, helping Purpose Esports secure the entire site and the round.
Yep, definitely. And I can see one thing is that Vexy is holding onto that Macton. They really love using the Macton. I'm not sure why, but they do. And we're going to see them choosing a more split option. And I'm guessing another, more likely a B hit going to be coming in from these guys. A fail flash by TreeSmack, but that's something that can happen in any game. And these guys are again stuck in a sticky situation in B site. And this is all down to these 2 players, how they're going to handle this site. And if Reckoning Esports pushes this, it can possibly be a round win. And as he jumps up on top, Mike Daddy spots 1 player, spots another player, and it's spammed through the smoke coming in. Z-Fly gets kill switch, water spray by Mike Daddy. He just got 2 kills along with Trace. And Finn with a beautiful headshot onto Trist. This round just turned around. This round literally just turned it all the way around. Last player of Reckoning Esports has the bomb on B. And it's all down to Mike Daddy and TreeSmack on how they're going to pull this off. They have a beautiful crossfire for themselves, and Mike Daddy's going to hit that beautiful headshot onto Logi.
No, so Mike Daddy and TreeSmack has a really good control on B side. It's not that they're losing the B side continuously. It's because like they have a really amazing crossfire who's watching each other's back.
Definitely.
Which got the last guy killed because he expected that there would be only one guy at one side, which cost him his head.
I agree 100%. But we see 3 rounds on the board for Purpose Esports and 7 for Reckoning. So Purpose Esports is still in this game. They're still in it, and they're just going to have to try their best to push through. But we do see an eco round coming in from Reckoning Esports, and they're going to be pushing towards mid, and they're playing very slow right now. And they're trying to take picks, but as we have seen it, Finn has a site, and he's going to take care of it like a little baby. He's going to make sure that nobody enters into the site, because that site is his. Z-Fly and Finn, we have seen them both do beautiful things, and they are definitely the perfect duo to be working together with. Z-Fly, he has it up. Fired up, does get art control, and he takes down Zappy. Zappy, that angle was too unlucky, but these guys have a kill down. So Mike is gonna smoke out Banana, and Z-Fly with 1 shot onto Vexy. Trist trading on that immediately. Finn has a bomb to himself now. It's all down to Finn. He's gonna have to handle this on his own, and another beautiful shot by Finn. Will it be a 3rd kill? It is not, but TreeSmack does close this round out.
That was so good. That was actually good coming in from Purpose Esports. I really thought that they lost the round, but good job done by Finn holding from Abs, like literally that one tiny place he was stuck in, and he managed to get 3 kills over there, which also got him the bomb, which has to be something really important for the terrorist side to keep it to themselves. They got the side control, but not the bomb.
Definitely.
Which is not completely fine.
Which is not fine at all, but we see them all rushing towards second mid and trying to do the kind of like a default setup for them. They just hold on to mid and try to get control of certain areas, and then they try to make a play off of what information they do have. But these players are definitely turning the map around, as we can see so for ourselves. And Finn is again in that same position. He's holding boiler, waiting for a push to happen. And in my opinion, these guys are still in a decent position to make this a round win for themselves. Because Reckoning Esports does not have any utility on their hands, and Purpose Esports on the other end does not have enough utility either, but they're still in a better position in terms of utility. So TraceMac's going to throw down a smoke after hearing some noise up in Banana. And Logi's setting up his smokes, and I think this is most likely going to be an A-side hit. But you never
It
know
has to
what
be
these
an
guys do.
A side because we can see how Fired Up just went to Banana only to make noises so that these guys will be confused. But
Finn
it
is
doesn't really
aware.
tell.
Finn is very much aware of this position, and Triss knows that, and Triss takes Finn out. And kill switch with a beautiful headshot onto Zappy. Z-Fly fired up, takes down Z-Fly. It is all down to this situation. Oh my god, what is going on? These players are just popping off. Fired Up has a very aggressive holding arches, and he definitely takes down Mike. And last players in library, TraceMank. He's gonna have to do something here, something major here. So when he just can't hit that headshot on, but Fired Up gets the kill down. What a round. Alright, well, that kind of was a bit strange how Purpose Esports had the more utility buy, but they just couldn't get it through. So another round, Purpose Esports is going to force buy into this, and Reckoning Esports are pretty decent with their utilities this round, and they have all the footholding they could possibly need. And TraceMag is just going to throw nades and try to get that Banana control, but they have been mollied off, so they can't do so. Mike Daddy has that M4, and he's very good with that gun, as we've seen him do so in multiple rounds. It seems like it's going to be another A hit. They have been smoked off in mid, but let's see how this round turns around. They're smoking off the angles, preparing off the side for themselves, and it seems like it's going to be a very similar hit for them, and they're going to try to make a similar A push like last round, and there's 3 players this time on A, so they're going to have to be very careful. Z-Fly does have that op, and he has been popping off with that op a lot, but let's see how he performs this game. And a player's already on side, and Z-Fly gets a beautiful shot onto kill switch. The bomb is dropped, so they can rotate off to B if needed, and they definitely will most likely. TraceMax smokes it right off, reading that play beautifully. 2 players are still holding B, and they're going to be patient. They're going to wait, because right now they have 40 seconds on the clock, and they're going to have to make this B hit happen, and they definitely do. TraceMax kills 1 player. Mike Daddy, sorry, and TraceMax goes down the site very beautifully, and Zappy's going to clear it up. What a round for Purpose Esports.
Well played by Purpose Esports. It's like these guys doesn't fall for bait because we see that Fired Up every time trying to go towards Banana, making some noise, trying to get at least 1 or 2 rotations from A side to B side, and we see how these guys are performing. They're trying to like send 1 scout in A, and if that guy is taken down, then they go for immediate B rush, and which was really well read by TraceMac, and they secure the side very good. Like I was with, as same as my daddy and TraceMac's team play.
Definitely, but Z5 very well played. He holds very tight angles with that op, and he still communicates it through, and you know, creates opportunities for his team, which is really important. So very well hold by Purpose Esports. But we do see Reckoning Esports is again on a wanky buy, but Fired Up is on that Mac 10, so let's see how he fires up with that Mac 10 right there. And they have very little utility to work with, so in my opinion, the best option they'd have is to possibly go for a B hit, but it seems like they are going to try to do that. There's 4 players on A. This can be risky, and Fired Up is just going to throw in a fake smoke, and it definitely seems like it's going to be a B hit, and it's going to be very, very dangerous for Purpose Esports if this round does not go into their favor. It's all down to the players on site, and they're going to definitely do a B hit. TraceMag is going to push through that smoke. 2 kills. 2 beautiful kills by TraceMag. Mike Daddy takes on kill switch, but he can't get more than that, and it was a beautiful round by TraceMag, what he did right there. But now it is a 3v2 situation, and the Logi, Fired Up definitely takes down Zappy. 2v2 situation. Z-Fly and Finn. These 2 guys, they're the perfect duo, as I've said before. They can make this round happen for their team, but you never know what can happen this round, and it's all down to these 2 players. Z-Fly does know that there's 1 player there. He knows another player is holding construction. Z5 takes down one player. Fired up, trades up on that, and Finn is very much aware of this. It's all down to the timing. It is all down to the timing, and Finn does have to stick onto that, and just, there's no time. There's no time on the clock. Finn does get him down, but the round's over. Reckoning Esports gets the round.
How sad to see how Purpose Esports lost that place. Traceman came in the smoke, pushed it, and really good 2 kills. But as always, there was something wrong with the communication, I guess, that they did not get to do certain things. And Finn and Finn and Z-Fly could have done it the last, but the time did not support them.
Yep, that is for sure true. But this is a force buy coming in as we go into the last round of the half, and they're gonna smoke off, and we see a heavy presence towards mid, a very heavy presence, and they are aware of Purpose Esports situation, and they're just going guns blazing out. Finn, Z-Fly, another beautiful kill just going all around the board. Logi taking down Z-Fly. It is all down to Logi. He's gonna have to try to open up the side for his team. Treesmag is coming behind him, and with the X7 he takes down Loki. The bomb has been dropped in mid. Fired up is stuck in this position, and he spots Finn and takes him out. Mike Daddy, he will get the AK. It is a 2v2 situation. Zappy has a FAMAS, and he only has 28 HP to work with, and Triss suspects someone to be holding that angle. Fired up, just slowly coming through short. He spots a player and hits a beautiful headshot onto Mike Daddy. This is down to Zappy. He has 28 HP to work with, and it's going to be very difficult for him to make something happen. He spots the player, and he gets fired up out. The bomb is still dropped in mid, and Triss is really going to have to try to make something happen. He has 43 seconds on the clock. He's going to relax and just head on over to B. So this bomb is going to get down by Triss in time, but Zappy is going to have to make that call, and he's going to have to rotate all the way around. And I think he is going to start the rotation very soon, and he does. He definitely starts heading towards Banana, but Triss is all the way snuggled up into construction. Jelly, what are your
I don't know
thoughts?
why I feel that it's gonna be the same mistake again. They're gonna lose the time. And Zappy's gonna just constantly peek one side till these guys will try to waste their time.
The problem is that Zappy doesn't have a kit, and he does get spotted out by Triss, but it's all down to this, and Zappy just gets taken out by Triss Molly. What a beautiful Molly lineup as well from Triss.
I believe that there's some sort of communication gap going on between the members of Purpose Esports.
Possibly, but you never know what can happen now, and Purpose Esports is going to switch sides. So as we are setting that up, this round is completely just, the rounds are coming so close, and then they're just completely changing like directions.
I know, but it's something that it's what CSGO is. You can't really predict what's going to go on.
Exactly.
And at the certain moments where we think it's going to be A, but it was the fake all
And
along.
Buff Vexy just taking down 2 players, and what just happened? Reckoning Esports is just taking all of these players down, and just Zappy taking down Trist. Fired up, is holding that angle, and he spots a player, and just 360 doesn't work out for Zappy, but he does take him down, and Skill Switch is just toggling around with him, and he does take him out. It is gonna be a win for Reckoning Esports.
A bit amount of recklessness coming in from Purpose Esports, not checking corners and stuff.
Yep.
Like I've noticed this for a long amount of time. That Zappy, in the last round where there was Zappy versus who was the last guy? Trist, I guess. In the last round of the first half, Zappy knew that there was one guy on site, and even though he can hear the sound, but still, my daddy gets taken down from A side, which is really unfortunate. I guess there was something not communication gap going on.
Yeah, probably could be the case in this scenario, but they do force buy into this round, so this would mean that if they have force bought into this, they're gonna have to really figure out what to do right here, and this should be a favor more like a favorable position for them, but I don't think Reckoning Esports are going to push at all, and they're going to just play a bit slow. Zifai has that Galil, and he's going to just try to make something happen. Trace Mag is holding a tiny ankle into Banana. Killswitch is holding on to short with his teammate, and they're going to completely just trade out for each other if one of them do end up dying. So it's going to be a more like a favorable position for Reckoning Esports, and if they do not win this round, Purpose Esports, then they will have to force into they're gonna have to force themselves into ecos, at least to at least make a difference. So they're gonna head into a day, and they're gonna definitely push in through, and Fighter just takes down that. And what is going on? Trismag with beautiful headshots onto the board. It is a 3v3 situation. Tris has a very beautiful positioning here, and he takes out one player, takes out the second player. He's juggling around with the third player, but Finn is 15 HP, and it's two players that have 100 HP. It's all down to Finn now. Finn is going to get the bomb down for economy purposes, but he knows that there's a player holding in library, and that's a very tiny angle to be holding for himself. He hears the player, and he takes Logi down. It's all down to these players, and what a beautiful round by Finn! Finn just deleted them.
Clutch.
He just had a 15 HP clutch. What a round played by Finn. He is definitely showing that he does not want to give up on this game yet. And these guys are going to push through now. And this is going to be a really, really, really unlucky round for Reckoning, because they're going to be pushed into an eco. So
quite surprising to see how Purpose Esports managed to pull it off. Honestly, I did not think that Purpose Esports, I thought Purpose Esports was done at that moment, but somehow, okay.
So I guess there was a round reset or something that happened. Maybe a player got disconnected or some issues had occurred up. But we see Logi on the Deagle and an armor buy, which is bizarre. But we will see that Purpose Esports has very good economy for at the moment, and they can definitely buy up on utility and a lot of other fun stuff, and they are going to do that, hopefully. So the match has been paused, and while the match is paused, I'm excited to see how things turn out. What about you, Jelly?
I still believe that Purpose Esports needs to step up their game, because this is going to be the second game, and like if they don't, then this is going to be the second game in this journey where they are going to lose to another team, which is quite important for them to secure in order to like keep themselves at a good position. I just want to throw them towards like Lion's Pit, where they have to fight a lot to come back up.
Yep, that's definitely true, and it's going to be very difficult for these guys to make something happen. But Killswitch has bought a scout, and these guys are forced buying into this as well. They're very confident. They just don't care anymore, I guess. But the score.
I don't think they should be scared of anything, because the score is like 11-6.
Yeah.
So even if they lose it, they still have to be like.
But if they lose it, they will not have enough economy for the next few rounds. And Purpose Esports is very much aware of this economy situation, and he spots a player in mid. He's holding a very tight angle and beautiful headshot onto Killswitch by Finn. This man is ready to pop off. He does have the bomb, and he is going to try and regroup with his teammates. Killswitch had that scout, and now that scout's gone, so it has been another forced buy by these players. Reckoning Esports very aggressive on T side, but seems like some other things are gonna happen hopefully in this round, and seems like they're setting up for a B hit most likely. Mike Daddy just juggling around in CT. Trist, he does have a beautiful opportunity right here. He does not connect onto the headshot, but Finn just slides through the smoke. He knows a player's gonna pick that, and he does. He reads Trist like a book, and Finn does make that play happen. Oh, Logi, he does get a kill onto Zappy. What just happened? He just got a beautiful headshot on Zappy, and Zappy was just stuck in the middle, and he couldn't do anything. But he is going to make a play towards the smoke, and gets taken down. It's all down to these Purpose Esports player fired up with a Deagle. 3v1 situation. Purpose Esports has lost 2 guns in this process, so if fired up once, he can save up on the AK, but I don't think he will because he is heading in towards Trey's Mag's aim. And as he peeks this, will he take down fired up? And yes, he does. What a round for Purpose Esports.
It's kind of funny to see how Z-Fly tried to spam through the smoke and runs out of ammo.
And he just reloads and Logi just rushes out and just gets a headshot onto him. But as I said before, Reckoning Esports is going to have to force eco themselves again. And Purpose Esports will have a very, very good buy this round because they have full utility, everything they could possibly want. And Reckoning Esports is going to force eco themselves. And it seems like they're going to rush mid very heavy. This can be a heavy frag opportunity for Mike Daddy. 3 kills, 4 kills. Mike Daddy just popped off. And Finn gets the last player. What a round by Mike Daddy.
The amazing spray control by Mike Daddy. It was so crucial for Purpose Esports. It was really, really crucial for them. And Mike Daddy not losing a single bullet on that entire spray, gonna give them a round towards them. Which is very important for Purpose Esports, which has set the score to 8-11. They need 3 more rounds?
Yes, they need 3 more rounds to make this happen, and they definitely can. They seem fired up to make this win into their favors, and I hope I haven't spoken too soon, but they are throwing their nades away, which brings down Vexy, already down to 51 HP, and they're going to make an aggressive play towards Banana, and Trees has a beautiful headshot. Fails to connect onto the second kill, but Zappy's going to put that smoke and he takes on another player. Zappy's getting that greedy, very greedy for those kills, and he's going to molly out a player, and Kill Switch is on 1 HP. He's a sole survivor on B, and fired up is reading Finn like Finn reads him, just like a book. This is just all frags are just going up on the board, but it does turn out to be a 3v3 situation, and Z-Fly drops the bomb to his teammate.
Oh, it's a really good play coming from Purpose Esports. You see like what they did there after they make a heavy push towards B side, leaving Kill Switch to 1 HP, which will force the rotation coming from A side towards B. Which is really unfortunate for Z-Fly getting down by Kill Switch.
Zappy has a beautiful hold in towards short. Towards arches. So if he hears a player that is rotating into CT, this can be a favorable push for him, but Trist is gonna peek at the wrong timing and Zappy takes him out. Mike Daddy is very much aware of this, where this player is heading off towards, and he's gonna try to get the bomb down. Here's a player coming into arches, and it's just all Mike Daddy. He's gonna have to make something beautiful happen, and just doesn't happen for him this round, but Trist gets the kill onto Mike Daddy. And Purpose Esports can definitely invest more money into this round because they have money, they can buy up, and they can go in for another round.
It's really, very it's like watching this game is kind of like a journey on a roller coaster where you don't know what's gonna happen, and there's like certain portion where it just raises your peak of interest, where you want to see what's gonna happen now, because at one round they pull off in like intensely amazing gameplay, and the second round they don't.
Mike Daddy does set himself up for an opening frag, and Killswitch is gonna molly that out because now he is worried that he is going to get pushed onto the site. But 2 players of Reckoning Esports are pushed out onto A side. After flashing out for his teammate and preparing an A push most likely, and they are playing very aggressive. They are planning to do this A hit and fire up, takes down 1 player. 2 players through the smoke. It's all down to this set of players. What is going on? 3v4 situation. Z-Fly knows when players on site. He takes him down, but doesn't know that Logi is holding that angle into apps. This is just all turning out to be an awkward set of gameplay coming in from both the teams, and fired up knows, but Finn takes down fired up. It's all down to Finn. Finn has that AK. Did he spot the barrel of the gun? Or no, I don't think he did, but I think he does expect a push coming in from Banana, and he's gonna wait for that, or possibly not. It's all about the timing here. Finn has the bomb, and he does have a smoke, so if he wanted to, he could turn this round around, and we've seen this man clutch things out with 15 HP, so anything is possible. And Logi knew that Finn was going to push through the smoke, and takes him down 8-13.
One powerful corner in the entire A side is the ninja walks, and no one really like looks out for that spot, and that is the place where a lot of kills happen. So I don't know what's going on. Like I said, Purpose Esports is being a little careless about checking their angles and corners and where to aim. But we can't really blame them. At this point of time, everyone will be kind of lost and
Yeah,
will be
definitely.
panicked to do.
Fired up. Beautiful headshot onto Mike Daddy. Fired up and making frags happen for his team, and Buff Vexy just sprams through that flank, and Z-Fly tries to get a kill onto Trist, but just slows down his HP, and should be an easy breezy round for Reckoning Esports. Now, Purpose Esports has to really think in this round. What are they going to do? And they are going to pick up the rifles. They're going to force buy into this, and they're going to give it their all. Quite a long journey for them. 6 rounds to go. Not sure how these guys are going to pull it off, but they are going to have to make some magic happen. That is for sure. And my daddy is going to drop off the bomb, and he's going to try to make some play happen for his team now, because it is very crucial that... And Traceback is just pushing in, spams through the smoke, and he gets fired up down. This was a really crucial round, because fired up and Traceback, and another kill into Loki through the smoke. Traceback is fired up, that is for sure. He's ready to kill people. He's ready to win this round. He wants to win this game for his team, but that train of frags just gets closing down by Vexy. Finn is behaving like a lurk, and he checks the ninja box and gets Trist down. 4v2 situation. Z-Fly has that op now, and he is the primary op of the team, and he can hold on to the op, and they spot the player in that angle, which is so not working out for them. But as these players are rushing onto site, and the Purpose Esports does get the bomb down. It is a 4v2 situation. Lexi and kill switch. The team does have economy, but I don't think they'd want to invest into any more, because anything can happen in this point of time.
I guess at this point of time, it will be better for them to save, because if you look at Fired Up economy and Trist economy, they're really bad. So they need to save some money for their own teammates. So I don't think they're going to go take fight, which is going to be the case. You see Vexy and Killswitch just holding passive angles, trying to get some exit frags if possible, if they try to come towards B side. But luckily, Purpose Esports now is going to go towards that place, and this round will go towards Purpose Esports, which will set the score to 9-14. Oh, what is going on now? If Purpose Esports needs to do something, they need to do it right now.
They're going to have to do something insane to just turn everything, just turn the tables and win this game. It's going to cost them a lot of time and a lot of efforts, but we will see how they turn pretty much everything around, and you never know. These guys are filled with surprises and fired up, and Z-Fly had that awkward stance, and how did he give so much information? Fired up takes on Zappy. They just gave too much freedom to Fired Up so that he could just make peaks and angles happen. And Mike Daddy's holding behind the smoke. He's gonna have to try to make a play happen for his team right here. Trace Mike's waiting, slowly, holding for some players to push him. Fired Up has that op. We've not seen him op yet. Mike Daddy's gonna try to push in towards Banana with his teammates, and gonna try to do some work. We see some beautiful coordination coming in from these guys, and Vexy taking out one player, Finn trading out on this, and Logi takes down Finn. Z-Fly has that op, and Tracemak has an AK. It's gonna be impossible for them to do something with this round, unless, because these crossfires, these trade potentials, it seems very unlikely for Purpose Esports to turn this round around. What are your thoughts, Jelly?
Not much, to be honest. Like I said, like it's being a roller coaster journey, and I'm seeing like ups and downs, and like certain intense gaming moment, and certain like where Purpose Esports are failing to do certain stuff. And being a part of the Purpose Esports, I kind of feel bad
Of course, of
About
course. That is a very natural thing to feel, and it does happen to be the last round for Reckoning Esports. Purpose Esports is going to invest into as much utility, as much armor and gun, whatever they can do. They're going to just squeeze out every inch, and they're just going to buy up to whatever they possibly can, and they're going to make a heavy mid play happen. And Finn is just going to rush in for his team, and he is going to push all out, taking down Kill Switch and another player, but Fired Up takes down Finn. It's all down to Traceback. Traceback with a beautiful spray and takes down Fired Up. Trist is the lone survivor on site, and they're going to really have to flush him out. Traceback is low, and he's only on 5 HP, so they're going to have to really check the site, and Trist does get a player, but Zappy's going to take him down. It is a 3v2 situation. This can definitely be a long ladder up to match point, but Loki's coming in through short, and he's gonna meet with a player in pit, but takes him out. Mike Daddy knows the players in short, and he takes him out. Last player's holding archers, and he's gonna have to make this round happen for his team. Zappy is 19 HP, and Vexy is down to 72, and they're gonna have to make something happen. These firing, and Mike Daddy just swings out and takes down Vexy. What a round played by Purpose Esports. I think that's what they need. They need that push, that aggressive gameplay to happen.
because I guess like holding back is giving Reckoning Esports a bit more time to to set themselves up, holding corners, checking angles, which these guys are not checking. So the more they hold, the more time they will take to set themselves up properly at certain corners, which these guys won't check.
Exactly.
Which is costing them certain rounds. And if this keeps on happening, then sadly, it's not going to be okay for Purpose Esports.
That is very true, but Purpose Esports does have another opportunity here to win a round for themselves, and Reckoning Esports is on an economy on an eco, more likely, and Finn does spot Trist all the way up in apps. I feel like they're giving Reckoning Esports way too much of liberty to just roam around the map and take control for themselves, and I'm not entirely sure why they're letting them do that, because this is not just a small event. They have finally made it into the group stages, which they shouldn't be losing like this. But either way, Mike Daddy is going to start heading in towards B, and he spots a tiny head of Loki and takes him out, and he knows another player is holding back of B, and he's going to try to take him out as well, and he definitely does. But Lexi gets taken down, and Kill Switch with a beautiful headshot on Zappy. He has an AK into his hands now, and he's going to... Bomb is going to get down, and Kill Switch takes on Z-Fly. He spots another player holding up an archer, and Finn just sprays his gun away, and the round goes into the favor of Purpose Esports.
I don't know if you saw that thing with Zappy, but Zappy was trying to go towards boiler when Killswitch tried to slowly Killswitch with his friend. I don't know who was that. Tris, someone.
Probably.
So he was going towards boiler and he tried shooting Zappy, giving him a headshot. But Zappy was quick enough to turn his head and take down the other player, which was traded off by Killswitch, giving him an AK, which he lost later in the round.
Definitely, but we can see that these guys are going to be making a B push happen, and these guys have course bought Reckoning Esports. If they lose this, it is going to be another hard eco for them, but Purpose Esports has a player already down to 16 HP. This can be risky for them, and they're going to have to choose to play slower now, depending on their situation, but we see a beautiful boost coming in from Reckoning Esports players, and I think they're preparing themselves for some weird...
It's all about timing over there. You can see how Trist and Killswitch is having a boost towards boiler, looking straight towards Mike Daddy, who is also hoping for someone to peek in. Now, it's all about patience, who peeks first, and looks like Reckoning Esports will lose that patience and will fall back, but none of them gets tagged.
Tris is going to just go all the way around and try to hold onto apps. Fight Up is holding a very tiny angle into mid, and he's going to have to definitely hit that on point. But Finn is going to pick up that bomb, and he's going to definitely try to make a play happen towards B, I suppose, in my opinion. Tris gets tagged up a bit through the door, but not enough to take him out, and My Daddy is going to possibly be the entry fragger of this current situation. And as I said before, that op is gonna be a tight angle for him to work with. Fired Up has that op still, and he's gonna re-peek that. He's a madman, and he takes Z-Fly down. Trace Mag, and there's just kills going all around the board. Zappy knows there's one player in pit, and he takes Killswitch down. It is a 3v3 situation. At this point, the best thing Purpose Esports can do is not peek. Just hold angles, hold tight angles, and just wait for them to come into their aim. That is the best option. What do you think, Jelly?
I think that is what they should do because if we remember what happened to the last game and that was streamed in the official channel of the esports club, they
And
all
oh my
lost the round
god.
due to over peaking, which is exactly what's happening right now. At this point,
And a
guys,
really unfortunate, but wait, there's no time.
there's no time.
There is no time. As we said before, Purpose Esports, they overpeak and they lose those opportunities, but somehow it turned out in their favor this round, and Purpose Esports is going to get another round into their hands. They have a lot of economy to work with. They need to really focus up now because Reckoning is stuck in a deep situation, and they're going to really have to pick up their horses again because it's no time to throw. They're on match point. Purpose Esports needs 3 more points just to draw it out. This can be crucial for them. They all have assault rifles. They all have utility.
That's all.
Yep.
I guess at this point that's all required. We can see like there's a heavy push towards A shot by the CT side. Only one guy holding up B and gonna take down Mike Daddy, which is the only offer in the team. Oh guys, what are you doing?
So Mike is down, and I do believe that the server has lagged out for me, but
yes, it lagged out for me as well.
All right, okay, so it has been lagged out. So while this goes on, that was a very lucky win last round for Purpose Esports, but let's just
I
hope
guess
that
it's a Go TV problem.
I suppose it is a Go TV problem, and while we wait for Go TV to load back up,
I guess we should BRB.
yep, we definitely should BRB while we wait for the players to reconnect. What the fuck are these guys doing? I swear to God. What is the time? Oh. If this match gets over, then we can play. Then we can cast a play. We can play cast. We can cast Platonia. That's fine. Yep. I'll see it. I will. I can screen share. They lost the round. Alright, I'm just gonna put it on stream ending then. Hold on. Yeah.